Yeah, good morning, everyone. Now, already, what are the previous two classes what we discussed based upon the radiation heat transfer, radiation heat transfer. Now, what exactly we have decided, actually discussed in the radiation heat transfer, we are going to see in this particular slides here. Yeah. Now you can see here what exactly we have, what is available as part of your syllabus in radiation heat transfer. So first thing is the basics of radiation, the different laws of radiation. Then you have radiation heat transfer between the black surfaces. That means if there are two surfaces, both are black, then how the radiation heat transfer happens between those two surfaces. Then you have radiation heat transfer between the non-black surfaces. So both are non-black surfaces. That means we will see what is a black surface, black body, or what is a non-black surface or non-black body or gray body. Then between those two, if you have a radiation heat transfer, it is called as a radiation heat transfer between non-black surfaces. And finally, we have a topic based upon the radiation shields. So that is the as per your syllabus available. Now, the previous classes, what we discussed is what exactly a radiation heat transfer, how it is different from the conduction and convection heat transfer. Then we have characteristics of radiation, nothing but the radiations are like your electromagnetic waves, and it's almost whatever the characteristics available for electromagnetic waves will be actually followed by the radiation. Then we have gone for the basic terms. What is absorptivity? What is reflectivity? What is transmissivity? So absorptivity, that is absorption alpha equal to 1. Reflectivity rho equal to 1, tau equal to 1 is transmissivity. And correspondingly, the bodies are called as black body. Then this is white body. This is the diathermanous body. Okay. Then what is black body? Already we have discussed. That is, black body is one which absorbs all the radiations which are falling on that, and non-black body is one which only absorbs a certain percentage of radiation, and remaining may be reflected back. Okay, that's what exactly we discussed in the previous classes. Now, based what is exactly we discussed regarding the different laws of radiation heat transfer. One is the Planck's law of radiation, which actually tells us the radiation heat transfer or radiations, it depends upon the wavelength, and only one wavelength is considered. That particular thing is called as a monochromatic emissive power. Monochromatic emissive power, right? Now, so this is a monochromatic emissive power. Right. So now you have Stephen Boltzmann law, which actually deals with the total emissive power. That means you are getting the radiation from different wavelengths. If I take into account the total emission, that's called as total emissive power. Then Wien's displacement law, the law which actually tells us what is lambda max, the wavelength at which the maximum wavelength is available, and what is the temperature at that particular wavelength. And we have solved two problems we have seen, or two or three problems based upon this particular three laws. Now, for today's class, we are going to discuss in detail the Kirchhoff's law of radiation, which gives the concept of black body, non-black body, and a term called as emissivity, and a term called as emissivity. Okay, so the entire problems further what we are going to discuss are going to solve based upon this particular concept of black body, non-black body, emissivity. Okay, now We'll go straight away for the other things, that is what exactly. Right. Now this already we solved, right? So I'm going to just go for the Kirchhoff law, right? So just see on your screen here what exactly shows. That is nothing but your Kirchhoff law of radiation. Now just assume, yeah, 1 minute. I'll just take a highlighter, then you can understand better. Yes, yeah. Now you can see here what is basically a Kirchhoff law of radiation. Now you observe this particular diagram which I am showing here. There are two surfaces which actually kept parallel to each other. One is a black surface, the another is a non-black surface. Black surface and non-black surface. Now, what is the specialty of black surface? I already explained that a black body or black surface is one which absorbs 100% radiation. Okay, there won't be any reflections. But what happens to the non-black surface? It only absorbs a certain bit, and remaining it may be going back to the surface which is emitting. So that's a specialty of your non-black surface. Now, what is basically a Kirchhoff law? So just if you consider two surfaces, assume that both are at the temperature of TB. Okay. Maybe I can say that this particular black surface which is at TB temperature, other surface which is at the temperature of T. Okay. And kept parallel to each other. So what happens, whatever the black body, suppose assume that non-black surface is emitting some radiation. So that is E. That entire thing will be absorbed by the black surface because black surface is one which is a perfect absorber. Then what happens, black surface will emit radiations which is at emissive power or the heat energy of EB. Now you see that only alpha EB is going to be absorbed, and the remaining what is going to reflect back is nothing but 1 minus alpha into EB, where alpha is the absorptivity. Alpha is the absorptivity. Okay. So whenever the non-black surface gets the radiation from the other surface, now it is the black surface here. So only part, that is alpha EB, will be going, and 1 minus alpha EB will be going off. When you just add this, automatically it becomes again 1. So you see here, now what happens, that's what happened. Now the radiant energy emitted, that's what happened, black surface and non-black surface. Now what exactly here will happen here, just see. So if assume that both the surfaces are maintained at the same temperature, assume that previously we assumed that TB and T. Now if you assume that T is also equal to TB, then we have something called as a thermal equilibrium that results in interchange of heat is 0. So whatever that means mobile thermal equilibrium for which the resultant interchange equal. Now what you will do here? So this is E, which, so I'll be calculating now what is the heat exchange between these two surfaces. That is, assume that this is 1, this is 2, either Q12 or Q21. So E is the heat transfer from non-black to black. Alpha B is the heat transfer, alpha EB is the heat transfer to the non-black surface. And this condition will prevail, that is E minus alpha EB is equals to 0. Now you have a relation, now you can just change it. E by alpha is equals to EB. That is, the emissive power, E is emissive power from the non-black surface, and EB is emissive power from the black surface, and alpha is called as a absorptivity. Now, from this, we are going to get a term, right? See, assume that the relation extends. Suppose we have taken E alpha common. There are different times that E1 alpha and E2 alpha 2 like it happens. So now both are at this temperature TB. So EB by alpha B is equals to EB. In that case, alpha B becomes a unity. Now what happens? Don't worry about the things. What exactly your Kirchhoff law says, the whatever the ratio of the MC power from the non-black surface to the black surface is always a constant. Is always a constant. That is the ratio of MC power of a certain non-black surface to the MC power of a black surface is always a constant. That constant is nothing but your absorptivity. Absorptivity most of the time depends upon the physical chemical properties of the body. Okay, so that's basically your what you call as absorptive. Now you can see that absorptivity is also called as epsilon, where epsilon is called as emissivity of the surface. What is emissivity? That means EB is, we assume 100%, the emissive power compared to the black body is around 8. So 8 by 10 is called as epsilon. That is the emissive capability or emissive power from the non-black surface is nothing but 0.8. That is emissivity of the surface is 0.8. So Kirchhoff law states as what is emissivity here? The emissivity and absorptivity both are same because this ratio is called as absorptivity or emissivity. So the emissivity and absorptivity of a real surface is nothing but your non-black surface, are equal for radiation with identical temperature and wavelength. Okay, so just keep in mind what is the emissivity. That is the fraction of the what is the compared to the black body, how much is the non-black body is going to emit or absorbs. It's called as the emissivity of the surface. Okay, just remember whenever if I have non-black surfaces in picture, then only you will be getting a term called as emissivity. Okay, but what happens if it's black surfaces and that both are black surfaces? Obviously, E becomes EB. This is already EB, so alpha is equals to 1. So in that case, what happens? The black body, both black surfaces are available, then emissivity or absorptivity both is equals to 100% or 1. Okay. Now, before going to the next concept, now I'll just show you. Suppose I assume that in this particular diagram here, particular diagram here, so there's a black surface, there's a non-black surface. Assume that both are black surface, both are black surface. Then we need to worry only thing is how much heat from the black surface gone from here reached to the this particular surface here. Then from here some heat is going to reach to this particular surface, assuming that the first case is both are black surfaces, both are black surfaces. That means you just see here, I don't assume that both are black surfaces. Okay, so just I'll go for one more thing, then you can understand better. Yeah, radiation exchange between the two black surfaces. Now I'll just take one example. Yeah, this you just see. This is how it will happen, and both are black surfaces. So this is the two surfaces. So this is kept at a temperature of T2 and having an area of A2. Then this is kept at a temperature of T1 and area of A1. So at this temperature it emits the radiation, and at this temperature it emits the radiation. So both are black surfaces. What will happen? Whatever the radiation emitted by this particular body 1 or A1 will be completely absorbed by this body 2. Then whatever the radiation emitted by the body 2 will be absorbed by the body 1. Okay, so now what I am interested here is, so radiation once starts coming, it may come in different directions. It may come in different directions. Now I need to find out in this case, if both are black surfaces, then I need to find out what is known as net heat exchange. What is net heat exchange here? How much heat from plate 1 gone and fallen on the particular plate 2, then how much heat from 2 has gone and fallen on the plate 1. So Q12 indicates the heat transfer, radiation heat transfer from 1 to 2, and Q21 indicates from 2 to 1. Then what is net radiation heat transfer? It is Q12 minus Q21. Q12 minus Q21. Now, in this case, we have to study one term called as shape factor. Sir, what is the shape factor here? Now, I already told there are a lot of directions the radiation starts falling on this particular body here. We'll take only one direction which is traveling normal like this here. Now, only if I say this particular body is emitting radiation, so how much fraction of radiation from 1 is reaching the 2, or how much fraction of radiation from 2 reaching the 1? Okay, so if I find out, okay, if I find out that particular fraction of radiation reaching from 1 to 2 or 2 to 1, I can find out what is known as net radiation heat transfer. That fraction which is falling actually from 1 to 2, if I say, so that is called as F12, where F is called as fraction of radiation directly falling from 1 to 2. If I say F to 2 to 1, F2 to 1, then it becomes like fraction of radiation which is falling from 2 to 1 directly. So where that fraction F, what I called, is called as a shape factor, a shape factor. Now you see here, so that is called as a radiation shape factor. It can also be called as a geometrical factor. It's also called as a configuration factor or view factor. So obviously it depends upon the geometry of the surface. Okay, geometry of the surface. Now what is the basic definition? You can see the fraction of radiation energy that is diffused from one surface element and strikes the other surface directly without any intervening reflections. That particular fraction I'll be taken into account. That is called as a shape factor. Now you see here, whenever if I have both the surfaces are black, my problem involves only determining how much is the shape factor. That can be determined from the various charts available in your heat transfer data book. Now, if I just go for one more definition here, you see F12, what I already said, the radiation shape factor from surface A1 to surface A2, it is how much is the direct radiation which is falling from 1 to 2, which is denoted by Q12. And what is the total radiation? I said total radiation maybe in different ways it goes, but I'll be taking only the thing which is directly coming on falling. So what is Q12 by what is total radiation? That is given by your Stephen Boltzmann law, which is sigma 1 A1 T1 power 4. The sigma 1 or sigma 2 equal to Stephen Boltzmann constant. So sigma 1 in general, if you take sigma A T power 4, that is the total radiation. And what is Q12? The direct radiation which is falling from 1 to 2. Now, if you take the ratio, that is called as shape factor F12. Okay, that F12. Similarly, so if I instead of Q12 here, if I take F21, then it becomes like F21, it becomes like Q21 by sigma 2 A2 T power 4. Sigma 2 A2 T power 4 as I shown here. So Q12 is A1 F. So if you just take this numerator and send this particular denominator this side, so what is the amount of direct radiation which is falling from 1 to 2? It is A1 F12 sigma 1 T1 power 4. And what is Q2 to 1? A2 F21 sigma 2 T2 power 4. Okay, understood? I can be able to understand here. That's striking directly. So this is the amount of heat transfer, right? So you'll be asked in the problems to find out what is Q12 minus Q21. Q21. Assume they'll be giving what is known as areas. Suppose if both the areas are same, it becomes A1 equal to A2, and sigma 1 equal to sigma 2 is equal to sigma B, where sigma B is called as Stephen Boltzmann constant. Now I need to find out either F12 or F21, and T1, T2 will be given in the problem. Okay, right? So that's how you can determine the thing. And now this is very important. Just remember that is what is net. Anyway, one way you can take it. Anyway, one way you can take the heat transfer. That is how much, because whatever thing here it goes, it will fall on this. It falls. So net radiation heat transfer Q12 net or Q21 net. So Q12 net if I take, it becomes A1F12 sigma 1 T1 power 4 minus A2F21 sigma 2 4. So assume T1 equal T2, right? Then sigma 1 equal sigma 2 equal to sigma B as I shown here. Now what you will get finally, net heat transfer is given by, okay, so like this the formula. Assume that both the temperatures are same, then what you get is nothing but this particular equation, that is A1 F12 minus A2 F21 and sigma B T1. Assume that both are the same temperature. That means both are 100. So it becomes 100 plus 273 whole to the power of 4. Now in this case, if you just see, in that case, you just see, okay, so just see here, you will get one relation here, which is nothing but A1 F12 minus A2 F21 is equals to 0, or A1 F21 12 equal to A2 F21. So assume that I know how to find out the shape factor F12. I know A1 is given, A2 is given. Now assume that F21 I have to find out, because I need to find out what is Q21, assume. So F21 is nothing but A1 F12 A2, A1 F12 divided by A2. Then obviously I can find out F21. So in black body heat transfer, I just what I need to determine is here is just you find out what is the shape factor, that is F12 or F21. Then finally I can find out what is the net radiation heat transfer. Net radiation heat transfer here. Okay. Now just one chart I'll show you an example. Then we'll go for data book and understand what exactly it is. Now, what this particular chart I have shown here is, you have two surfaces like this, 1 and 2. How 1 and 2 are here? How 1 and 2 are here? You just see, just I make a little bit zoom. Yeah, just see here. You have one surface, two surface, both are rectangles which are facing each other, 1 to 2. Okay. Now both are parallel rectangles, and x is the one dimension, y is one dimension, l is one dimension. Okay. You are asked to find out what is Q12 net. So from one surface, if I want to find out what is the radiation heat transfer onto the second surface, okay, then refer this chart. Refer this chart. So what is the formula? I need to find out Q12 net, as I already explained in the top here. So it is A1 F12 sigma 1 T1 power 4, A2 F21 sigma T power 4. Okay. Okay. Now in this case, if I assume that both are parallel rectangles, I need to find out the what is the heat transfer here. Then what you will do, you know what is X dimension, they'll be giving 20, 20, 30 if you assume. So I need to find out what is X by L, which is X is this horizontal dimension, L is the height. Similarly, Y by L. So assume that it's a example I'll take here. So the X by L is 4, and y by L is 0.8. So x by L is 4, y by L is 0.8. Now, what is your shape factor? It's around 0.32, around 0.32. That F12 can be used in the problems to find out the what is known as radiation heat transfer, or Q12 net radiation heat exchange. Okay. Now, similar thing here, we'll explain in detail maybe when you continue further, I'll explain you. This is like your cylinder if you assume. So there are top surface is a circle, bottom surface is a circle. Now what is the radiation heat transfer between 1 to 2? They'll be asking. Now L by R1 is the x-axis here. Now we know what is L here, what is R1 here. Obviously R2 by L is the parameter here. If I able to find out, then the thing gives you left side. This is nothing but your shape factor. So the first chart is radiation shape factor for aligned parallel plates, and the second one, which is shown the chart here. So we'll see the data book and understand better. So radiation shape factor for coaxial, only one axis, there are two parallel circular plates. It's just similar like your cylinder heat transfer. Okay. So I hope you understood this. Okay. So what I'll do now, just yeah. Now this particular chart, you see that there are two surfaces which are perpendicular to each other. So I need to find out what is Q12. Q12. Okay, right. Now, what I'll do, just I have consolidated thing, right? Now see, this is what we have made it. That is, both are the same temperature. We have something called as A1 F12 is equals to A2 F21. So this particular theorem is called as reciprocity theorem, reciprocity theorem. And something, one more theorem which actually available for your shape factor is summation rule. That what are the things, the further problems I'll going to discuss those things. Okay. Now just yeah, just to consolidate before going for next hour. Now, as I said, the thing which is mentioned here is A1 F12 equal to A2 F21. It's called as reciprocity theorem. Now, what we'll do? Yeah, see here. Yeah, okay. Before going to network approach, I'll just go for this theorem here. Right. Now, we'll do one thing because it's going to stop another 4-5 minutes because I had to. This particular thing is only lasting for around 40 minutes. So just I'll take a 5 minutes break. Then you just join with a different ID. I'll just make it so that you just enter with that ID. Okay, right? Then we will continue what is exactly shape vector and with reference to the data book, how you can find out the shape factor. So today's class, at least one problem will solve based upon the shape factor, how to find out the heat transfer between the two black surfaces. Okay, so do join again within 5 minutes. Okay, I'll send the fresh ID. So, okay, join again.